We're going to start with the horn on our laps. Make sure that your lap is flat and that you're holding onto the horn so it doesn't fall off. And then we're going to learn how to create a sound on the mouthpiece. So we're going to create what is called a buzz by saying M, making sure that you have tight corners and your lips touching the middle, and then you want to buzz like an angry bee. And then we take the mouthpiece and put it underneath our bottom lip like we're blowing over a bottle, and bring it up. And then we're going to say two at the same time we create a buzz. And once you know how to create that sound, we take the horn, put the mouthpiece in it, give it a little bit of a twist to make sure it stays in there, and then we take our left hand and put our first three fingers on the valves and your pinky in the hook. And if you have a double horn, you'll put your finger on the trigger right here. And then you take your right hand, put it out like you're catching a raindrop, and then turn your wrist so that if you're looking like at a clock, your hand is between 1 and 3 o'clock. And then you put it in the bell, touching the outside of it, so it looks like that, making sure that you're not doing this so that you're not muffling the sound. And then we lift the horn up. You can put it on your lap like this, making sure that the bell is not facing your body, or you can hold it off to the side, whatever is more comfortable for you. And then we just bring the mouthpiece up to our face and create a buzz. So that's getting our first sound. And then to maintain our instrument, we need to worry about taking care of the valves and the slides. So to take care of the valves, we need two types of oil, rotary oil and valve oil. The rotary oil will go on the outside of the horn. So these four things that are connected to the valves, we screw them off one at a time. You take your rotary oil. It should have a needle on it, and you just, if you push the valve, you can see this little part that's spinning. You want to put a drop or two right on there. Put the cap back on, and then just wiggle the valve a little bit to make sure that it gets in there. And then we turn the horn around and we push the valves down. You see where these moving parts? There's a little crevice right there. So you'll want to put the horn flat and use your needle on the rotary oil to aim for that little crevice. Make sure it gets on there. And then just wiggle it, make sure that it coats the whole thing. And for the valve oil, we need to hold the horn like this. Find the valve that you want to oil. Find the slide that connects it. And then you want to push down the valve and gently pull out the slide. And keep it as vertical as possible. And use your valve oil and just on one of these sides put 2 or 3 drops in and just wiggle it, making sure that it gets nice and covered. And while you have the slide out, we can grease it or put gel on it. So if there's any old stuff on there, you'll want to clean that off with like a paper towel. And then you'll just put a thin coat of the slide grease or the slide gel on both sides of both cylinders. And then you push the valve back down and you just slide it right back in. And you'll want to do that just as often as you need it.